Hey Carl, it's Richard. I thought I'd just make a quick video. I saw you and Fritz working away on, and you mentioned a file upload problem. And I thought I would show you the strategy I'm starting to use for using vertical slice integration using MCP servers rather than agents or skills. So this is a little app I built up from a prompt. I'm going to send you the prompt. It's all going to be in a GitHub repo for you to take a look at. And basically what I said is, give me an MCP experience that doesn't upload. It doesn't matter if it's what technology it is or whatever else. It decides the correct way to upload the file, regardless of how large the file is. And it's an MCP server, so this is just the UX for it. But as running as an MCP server, you just point your application to this MCP server running on a specific STDO or even your HTTP service or whatever the case may be, and you can see that it has the strategy rules of Blazor Server Stream, Blazor Backup API Stream, or Direct Azure Blob Upload, and using these various strategies to actually use the MCP request to figure out what it's going to do with the folder and then do the upload. I did this really quick. I'm not saying it's perfect. I just wanted to show the strategy of not prompting for functionality, but creating vertical slices of functionality. The way I like look at this is that I decide between three things: an MCP, an agent, or a skill. And the MCP is kind of like the agentic equivalent of an agent, in my opinion, because the MCP will expose tools, resources, and prompts to understand how to best use that capability. I like to think of agents as being horizontal and skills being vertical in a matrix organization. So the coding agent is really the orchestrator in my world, how I see it, as the person that it can emulate the agent. So it's like an actor on a stage. It doesn't show up as himself. It can show up as a cloaked person of himself using very specific requirements. And then once you have that agent in place and custom descriptions of the agent, you can then say, these are the skills that are of interest and each of those skills. So the skills can be used across agents, and the agent has a flavor of personality, or it's acting of its own in terms of the use of the agent in the execution of the prompt. And you can engage a prompt with, like in Codex, which is what you're looking at here. Codex doesn't even have an agent selection. You have to just describe that you want to use that agent in your prompt, and it goes ahead and does that. The other thing that's really cool, okay, so that's the file upload process. And really, if I go to the upload process here, I can click on uploads here, and then it says, okay, choose a file. And I choose a file that I want. And once that file, I don't know if you can see it because I'm just screening a window, recording a window. I'm just going to grab a big file of 300 megabytes, for example. And once it's selected, it says, okay, out of the 3 plans that I have, and because this file is over 250 megabytes, it's going to choose this Direct Azure Blob. And it's the configuration of, in the configuration of the MCP, you just say, this is the storage account that I'm going to use. And now when I click on upload here, it's going to do this upload and do a complete plan and then refresh status and everything else. It's pretty cool. I mean, I did this in 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes. Fought with my video recorder more than anything else. This is also, as a side, this is the Codex environment that you have here. And you can see in the Codex environment, I have a project for file upload. And then I have a GFS project, which is my client. I have a platform for payment for Phoenix. I have Back the App, the software, and the article manager of Content Tracker that I'm working on, as well as another project down here called Signal Weaver. Regardless, the dot indicates that I have to jump and do something with that to review. It's finished and I need to look at it. You can also sort here by chronological list, so you can just keep your list organized to how you want it. right? And that in this way, it's totally an orchestrator for not only agents but for projects and those agents in those projects. Super cool. Anyways, I'm going to publish this on my channel anyways to say hi to Carl and the introduction of my AI Speakeasy channel on YouTube. Take care, guys.